So we meet Rick Grimes, who is a sheriff who ends up in a coma after a shootout. By the time the dude wakes up, he's woken up in the freaking zombie apocalypse. Glenn from the comics saves him. They dress up like Lady Gaga to protect themselves from the zombies. Rick gets reunited with his family. The only concerns are, well, adultery and domestic abuse. Back on the interstate, Sophie decides to make the dumbest choice and make a run for it, while Rick and the gang are out looking for Sophie. They Bambi Carl. But he ends up in heaven. They end up at a farm with this guy named Herschel, who has the hottest daughters in the zombie apocalypse. Rick and Shane are always tweaking and arguing, especially when they find out Lori is pregnant. The group finds out there's walkers in the barn, and Shane decides to go, well, let me tell you something. No. He shoots every walker in the barn to reveal that Sophia was actually in there the whole time, and Rick still continues to shoot kids. Beth gets shot, and they are all lost without hope in the middle of nowhere, but then a younger Kevin Spacey comes in, and as long as they all keep an eye on Carl, he should be okay. They run into this little town where everybody doesn't even know how to take care of themselves. Half of them can't even know how to spell the word zombie. Rick goes completely insane, decides to be the bad guy to show them that they all need to survive, but then Michonne kind of con Spacey the guy in the side of the head. They all get together for a meeting, deciding whether they should kick Rick out or not, but even because they couldn't leave the door closed, Rick pulls up to this meeting with a zombie claiming that they don't know how to take care of themselves, but then a crazy husband shows up trying to kill Rick, accidentally kills the congresswoman's wife, and then Rick is given full range to take over Alexandria as it starts to fall apart. But hey, gets to see Morgan. Tara starts dating the doctor, Carl starts flirting with this emo girl, Abraham was dating Rosita before moving on to Sasha. This punk decides to shoot himself in the head, which causes Glenn and him to fall off a dumpster. It turns out Glenn didn't die, but pretty much everybody else dies. Carl loses an eye, so he doesn't have to keep seeing all this full crap. And they also end up finding Jesus. Abraham was a cool character, but at least he got to say one good line before he died. But you know, at least it's not like the comics where they killed that guy and they're thinking, no! Carl gets bit trying to save this doctor guy. He leaves notes for everybody and Negan because, you know, they had a cooking show at one point. But then he got killed off so we could go play Fortnite.